The revolution's begun. The time to stand up has come. We are the rocking of the throne. We are the rocking of the throne.
My name is Victor Tiffany. I'm the co-founder of Revolt Against Plutocracy. And this is a major announcement for the 2020 campaign election season. Revolt Against Plutocracy, of course, was the organization that was behind Bernie or Bust in 2015-2016. We're back with Bernie or Bust 2.0, and we think this is a smarter, bigger, and better plan. First, it's smarter. We're not recommending a write-in option this time, unless Bernie actually gets angry enough to leave the Democratic Party, leave the whole process, and run as a write-in candidate. That's not going to be on the table. We'll come back to that in a moment. Instead, or bust is going to mean vote for a progressive third-party candidate. If you're tempted to vote for Donald Trump again, or Donald Trump this time, don't take this pledge. It's not for you. If you're going to vote Libertarian candidate, don't take this pledge. This is a progressive or bust pledge. If you want to vote, and only vote for a progressive, not Biden, if Harris or Booker is his roommate, but Bernie Sanders, or the Socialist candidate, or the Green Party candidate, a genuine progressive, then this Bernie or Bust pledge is for you. This time around we have a plan B. The reason we have a plan B is because we have multiple excellent progressives running. Right? Think about or bust. What's that mean? If Bernie or bust, it means we're not going to vote for any other nominee other than Bernie Sanders. What happens if lightning strikes? I don't know what it's going to take, but what happens if Tulsi Gabbard were to be the nominee? Bernie or bust would be stupid. Honestly, it would be as stupid as a write-in campaign was 4 years ago. So we had to figure out how to include her as a candidate without giving up the or bust exclusivity. And the way we did that is Tulsi Gabbard, Representative Tulsi Gabbard, is Plan B this time around. A previous video explained exactly how that's going to work. But basically what we're saying is if Bernie drops out for any reason, health, family, any reason, fatigue, then we believe most of his supporters will go over to Tulsi. And at that point, she'll become a much stronger candidate, and we will demand, again, in 2020, Tulsi, or trash the Democratic Party. Now, if Bernie doesn't drop out, but he is defeated because the Democrats suffer from retrocranial inversion. Millions of them voted for Hillary Clinton last time, and millions of them are going to vote for the neoliberal corporate tool Joe Biden this time. If Bernie loses the nomination, we're going to give the nominee, whoever it is, an opportunity to gain our support by selecting Tulsi Gabbard as the running mate, to bring in the progressives in with the neoliberal establishment. And the reason we're doing that, aside from the fact that we want to include Tulsi in an exclusive strategy, we want to give the Democratic Party an opportunity to defeat Donald Trump. He is an existential threat to the human race. His climate change denialism. Our whole point this time is not a political revolution. We have set aside our agenda on comprehensive campaign finance reform in order to apply leverage on behalf of a different agenda, a different progressive agenda, explicitly the Green New Deal, or anything equivalent, or anything that supplements the Green New Deal, like solar radiation management, which is not part of the Green New Deal, but we may need it in order to cool the planet off enough and stop these positive feedback loops. We have so much to do, and Donald Trump's not doing any of it. So Biden would be just a little bit better, not really worth voting for than Trump. But he would be worth voting for if Tulsi is his running mate. Again, for reasons I explained in the other video. So the or bust option this time around is a progressive party. That's one change. We may recommend Green. We'll have to look at the Green Party platform, the Socialist Party platform, and we'll make a recommendation. But we're not going to insist, here's what it's going to be, vote Green this time. Because last time some people said, I don't like Joe Stein. Right? So you get to choose. When you pledge, if Bernie's not the nominee and Tulsi's not on the ticket, you choose which third-party progressive candidate you want. Don't take this thing if you're going to vote for Trump or a libertarian. Don't take this pledge. And that's about it this time around. We are green revolutionaries. Bernie, in his emails, talks about the need to combat climate change. And we're with him on that. But we're setting aside the need for a political revolution, although that's going to be part of it. People are going to have to rise up and vote for green candidates, and I don't mean capital Green Party, I mean people supporting the Green New Deal. Or else we may be facing human extinction in our grandchildren's lifetime. It's that close, because it's not just climate change. The UN report that a million species of plants and animals are bound for extinction soon includes flying insects. And if the flying insects go, our population, world population of 7 billion plus will become something more like 7,000 plus. We'll have mass extinctions, and it may not completely wipe out the human race, but it'll wipe out civilization as we know it. So we need Bernie. That's why we need Bernie in the White House. Those people out there in the media, Charles Blow or anyone else who argues against our Bernie or Bust 2.0 strategy, are basically arguing for human extinction. Don't cut them any slack. Do not cut them any slack. This is a green revolution. We either have a green revolution or we have extinction. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's no compromise. There's no middle ground that Joe Biden wants to take. And we'd much rather have Tulsi Gabbard one aneurysm away from being the president than have Mike Pence be one stupid accident away from becoming president. So we'll support the blue ticket if Bernie or Tulsi is on it. Otherwise, the blue team could go fuck themselves. We'll be voting genuine progressive in the general election. That's Bernie or Bust 2.0. Thank you.
Revolt Against Plutocracy won't just be covering the news about the necessary revolution in the United States. Sometimes we'll be making the news. If you want to stay on top of the revolutionary actions and strategies of grassroots, genuine progressives, and our allies, please subscribe to our YouTube channel today.